All right, man. We just gonna go ahead and get it started, man.
Yes, sir. Wow. Dedication, baby. Dedication.
Episode 180.
50-50.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
The original, baby. Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, we made it.
We
We
made
made
it.
it. We made it.
I'm
We
telling
made it. We made it.
No, I don't know if it's us or if it's them, but we made it.
Nah, it was dumb.
Okay. That's all. That's all. That's all that matters. We here.
We here.
You know, we're going to get right back to it. First and foremost, man, I missed y'all, man. We missed y'all, man.
This is episode 180, 50-50.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely. Absolutely. 50-50, man. So I say each and every week, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
Yes.
The only thing that we ask you guys, man, is do us a favor. If you are watching this live right now, please share this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Chime in. You know, talk to us because we talk back. You know what I mean? And if you're watching the replay of this the following day or any time after the live, share it then as well.
Right.
We appreciate you guys.
Right.
With that being understood, man, you know how we open this thing up on a regular basis, man.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, E, you know, how have you been, what is it, technically 2 weeks?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
How you been? Wow, 2 weeks in a row with that.
Here we go.
2 weeks in a row with
The bullshit. He got one job. One
job, man.
One job. I got six. He got one job. One job.
It is. I'm a specialist, baby.
So listen, man. Listen.
You know, I'm a
how
bill.
was my 2 weeks? Busy.
Yeah.
Busy. You know, we had a little Debbie situation with the rain.
Little
after
Debbie.
Little Debbie, you know what I mean? It was
Like the
tropical
cakes.
storm Debbie.
Oh, that was the name of the store?
Yeah, I was supposed to do National Night Out, but it was pushed back to the next week. So,
Got you.
you know, but I had gigs that weekend. I had back-to-back Sweet 16s, and then I had a couple other types. I had a church carnival, you know. You know, I do everything, man. So I just been busy.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Peace, cuz.
Peace,
Peace,
guys.
cuz. Peace.
Yeah. All right, good. I mean, for us, me, man, you know what I mean? I tried to get a little vacay in. Didn't quite work the way that I thought it was going to work.
Okay.
But nonetheless, you know what I mean? It was about the time, the quality of the time.
Always.
Kind of like, you know, what we're talking about tonight, you know,
Right.
the quality of things, you know,
Right.
50-50.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the understanding of all of that, right?
Yeah.
And so went away, tried to,
Right.
couple days,
Yeah.
and then things didn't develop. I'm not going to do this. I want to say this. The way it all played out was the way it was supposed to,
Right.
right? And the reason why I say that is because sometimes you can't see, even in the middle of that moment where you like, oh, you're disappointed, that if it didn't change at that moment, how it could have potentially have been different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about, once again, the quality of the time. Even though the quantity of time that I thought it was going to be, it didn't happen. But it's all good. We're back. You know, we're here with the people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're here to talk about episode number 180, 50-50. That's exactly what it is. I don't know if you got a quote of the day or anything.
Quote of the day.
Okay.
If there is a 50-50 chance that something can go wrong,
Right.
then 9 times out of 10, it will.
Oh, so
If-
we doing math
If
problems.
there's a
problems.
50-50 chance
Right.
that something can go wrong,
9 times out of 10, it will.
it probably will. I don't know, it will. No, it will. That's what they said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's, 50-50 is 50%, 50%. 9
Right.
out of 10 is 90.
Right.
It was another quote that said all that.
Okay.
The 50-50-90 rule,
Right.
which means if something's a 50-50 chance, 90% of the time it's not gonna work.
Right.
But I get where they going with it.
I get it.
I get exactly where they going with
Right.
it. You know what I mean? Shit, his trinkets and shit over here. He's losing life. What are you doing, man? You know what I mean?
Everything's good, man.
It's trinket.
Everything's good. What I want to say about that whole concept of 50-50 and 90% chance.
I get what they're saying.
Me too. And see, here's my thing with it, right?
And
like,
I'll give you the analogy when you're done saying what you're saying.
give me the analogy. No, go ahead. I want it fresh on your mind, E, because you drift
If a
off.
person is taking a game-winning shot,
Right.
it's a 50-50 chance
Right.
that it can go in.
Right.
But I'm sure, maybe not 90,
Right.
but more times out of none, it doesn't.
Right.
So I get, that's like an example that you can use. It's a 50, either the shot's going to go in or it's not.
Yeah.
But in these situations,
Yeah.
more times,
I get it.
that's what I think they
I
really,
get it.
what they really trying to go with.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because we already know you miss 100% of the shots you
You
never
don't take.
So I get it.
Right.
I feel that.
However, it is a 50-50 chance that it'll work or it won't.
That's right.
But majority of the time, it doesn't.
Right. Unless you're Steph Curry.
Unless you're
then
Steph.
it's 100%
Yeah,
chance.
but then it's a
or
90,
at least 96.
or it's the other way.
What's
it's
that?
a 90% chance that it will happen.
Right.
See, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if Shaq's shooting the game winning three, it's still a 50-50 chance.
It is.
But 9 times out of 10, that's okay. I ain't
probably
even gonna
not
do
what
Shaq
happened.
like that because Shaq.
What are you doing him like?
I'm gonna do no.
You're going to do him?
No. Listen to what
Pause.
I'm saying. Pause. Here we
I'm
go.
not
He
even
ready
going
for
to
it.
do Shaq like that.
He ready for it.
How are you going to do
ready.
him?
He ready. He ready for it today. He with it today, bitch. I like it. You know what I mean? No. I know who I'm going to use for an example.
All right, give me some.
Ben Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Because he didn't shoot threes
First
like
off,
that.
you had to get him to shoot.
Right. However,
That was the problem.
he should be taking a three before Shaq is because he was a point guard.
Yeah, but E, me and you been in the game when Ben was there, man. It's something about before the actual tip-off, bro. He'll shoot in the warm-up and layup lines.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Soon as the tip-off comes, I don't know what happens. They
Yeah.
turn the shot concept off. I don't know. You know what I mean? So I just think a lot of
It would it come in and it go to all mad and bitch, it ain't even a football
Right,
game.
right,
That's what
right.
happened when the game started.
Well, I think it's funny, since we're talking about that, right? In the whole concept of 50-50, about taking shots, about taking, the opportunities that's in front of you.
Right.
Once again, we talked about, I guess expectations.
Expectations.
Right? That's what we can attach that to this.
Yeah.
Our expectations are that if you take the shot, there's a chance you can make it.
Right.
But what are the expectations of others, right? Sometimes we get preoccupied with the percentage of something, right?
Yeah.
How often is it going to happen? Are they going to hold up to their end of the situation? Like for the guy who is the point guard, the shooting guard has a greater percentage of making a shot if he gets the ball from the point guard.
Right.
Sometimes in life, I think we also get preoccupied with worrying about the percentage of what other people contribute to our success.
Right.
Kind of wanted to go there with it because I know me and you were having a conversation before
Yeah.
about expectations and 50-50. And really, sometimes in life, and more often than not, it's about 100%.
Yeah.
It's not about that. See, I think people look at 50-50 from the perspective of if I at least get 50, I've given 100% of what I'm willing to give. Right?
True.
And a lot of times what winds up happening is when you are only willing to give 50 and you interpret your 50 as 100% of a situation, you're going to fall short.
Right.
You're going to fall short, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about relationships and expectations, responsibilities, and different things like that, right? Let's talk about that.
That's what you want to talk about?
I want to talk about that. You know what I mean? I want to talk about, because I know me and you were having a conversation. There was different things going around,
On social media
On
about
social
people
media.
saying 50-50 and all this shit.
Right.
And all that. And we know, the world know what we're talking about.
Okay. So let's just go there and ask this question. When you get into a relationship, bro, you can only speak for yourself.
JK, what's up?
JK, peace. Welcome back, brother. When you get into a relationship, as a man, as a man,
Yeah, McGirt, I hear you. Bro.
do you come in with the mindset that you're going to bring 50-50?
No,
Okay.
I'm built different.
Talk to me.
I always say I'm gonna bring 100.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But for to go with what people's talking about,
Yes.
because all everybody's talking about is the bills.
Okay, financial responsibilities?
That's basically what they're talking about.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then when people say, I even seen when some people was like, certain women put up was like, it's not even about the money, and that's the part y'all missing. Well, if it's not about the money on that situation,
Right.
then y'all missing it too. Because even if I bring you half of me emotionally, we're not going to go anywhere.
Let's go.
You got to be 100 in everything
Let's
that
go.
you do. Now, when you talking about money, let's just keep it there for a minute.
Okay.
Let's start with money.
Let's start there.
It's not going to make sense all the time to go 50-50.
Come on.
Not all the time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And truth of the matter is, women don't even want it to be 50-50. They want you to take care of it all.
Okay.
To be honest, if you can.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because how many women date down?
How many women? Awesome point.
How many women date down?
Well, you know what's funny?
There's some out there.
I think that they would say that that's not their intent, but it often happens.
Yeah. Of course they're going to say
Right.
that's not their intent. But
Go
again,
ahead, bro.
where I really go when I break that stuff down like this, I always say men marry for love and women marry for security.
Right. Right. You've said that before. That's right.
And security comes if the 50-50 thing ain't all about money, security ain't all about money.
Right.
Let me break it down.
Okay.
If I don't feel safe around you,
Right. Right. That's right.
I ain't going to mess with you.
That's right.
If I don't feel like you can safely provide for this home,
That's right.
why would I mess with you?
That's right.
That's why a lot of times
Mm.
when women do date down,
Mm-hmm.
being loyal to somebody that maybe was locked up, that might have been the man before he went in,
Okay.
but know he coming home to nothing and he not going back to that street life,
Right.
they get tired of that shit fast.
Yes. Yes.
They
Yes.
get tired. A woman's going to get tired of that faster than a man getting tired of him feeling like he's not getting 50-50.
Yep.
Because listen what I'm saying.
Mhm.
It's never 50-50. I'm going on the financial point right now. Because if he could pay for it all, they're cool with that.
Right.
They're still not going to say, no. Let me give you my 50%.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll tell you, well, if he taking care of everything and this and this and that, and I feel like this and I feel like that, he ain't going to have to worry about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That still ain't 50. That should be 100 then.
Right. Right. People,
So everybody's not mathematicians.
they're not.
That's why when they go 50-50,
Right.
90% of the time,
Yeah.
it don't work.
Well, and
Like this quote of the day.
right. So let's add this to the equation in that situation as well. First and foremost, if you only bring in 50, you're already devaluing yourself.
Right.
So let's start there.
That's
right.
that's what I said.
So you're already devaluing yourself. If you don't have 50% dreams,
No.
the dreams that you have and the goals that you have in your life are 100%.
Right.
They're not 50% dreams. Who has 50% dreams? You may only remember certain aspects of your dreams, but you have it in its entirety,
Yeah.
right? So when
You've seen it in its entirety.
right. So when you come to grips with that first and foremost, you're right. There's going to be certain dynamics where 50-50 is not realistic.
Nah.
It's not, right?
Mm-mm.
Like if I'm in a position to be able to financially cover my home, that's
Right.
what I want to do.
Right.
That has nothing to do with it. The partnership element of it is great, but I mean,
Right.
as far as my responsibilities, I take onus in that. I feel good being able to do that because I feel responsible for that.
Now, if we going back to this and we talk about going 50-50, right? And that's really something that's happening.
Right.
The question is what you're doing, what are you doing with your other 50? What I mean by that is this. Most of the time when people are comfortable with going 50-50 exactly, they either at least got 50% left for themselves or more.
See the problem with devaluing though,
Right.
because what you're doing mathematically makes
Yeah.
sense. But the problem with devaluing is you confuse your 50 with 100.
Right.
So when the question, it's a great question, but
Right.
a great statement. You ain't asking the question, great statement.
Right.
What are you doing with your other 50? It doesn't exist.
But my point is when I said I was talking about the finances.
Right.
So I know what you're saying because
Right.
we both say 100.
Right.
But let's say in this 100 conversation.
Oh, you talking about the money?
I'm talking about the money.
Okay.
And then you're saying, that's what I said, talking about the finance
Gotcha.
part right now. That's what I said.
Gotcha.
And you take 50, most people that's going to contribute 50%,
Right.
at least have 50% left over for themselves or more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is,
Right.
what are you doing with the rest of that?
Once again,
Right.
to reiterate what I said earlier,
The 100, yeah.
no, not even that.
Yeah.
The plans, your plans,
Right.
your dreams, your goals
There
are
you go.
100%. Once again, if you start to convince yourself that what you're contributing
Right.
is 100, that 50, even the money
know
that
what
you're
you're
talking
saying.
about,
Right.
even that money no longer has a place in that dynamic.
Right.
And so what happens is whoever falls a little bit short, that starts to shift.
Right.
Because now the responsibility starts, or the expectation starts to shift.
Right.
So it's a little bit different.
But this is what I'm saying.
Right.
Because when you say the plan and the dream, if you
Right.
you still have, this is why, even if you're talking numbers, it can't be 50. That's why I'm breaking it down to.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm getting to.
Yep.
So even if you come in bills or 50-50, and I
Okay.
ask you, what are you doing with the other rest of your money? If I'm agreeing with someone that it's going to be 50-50,
Right.
then we honestly kind of know what each other makes.
Right.
So what are we going to do with the rest to get it to the point where that's not even an object no more,
Right.
and we can really give 100% of our time?
Right.
Because what we talk about all the time, retiring our wives,
Right.
right?
Right.
But the only way you get like that is by having a plan.
Mm-hmm.
If we're both doing 50-50 and we're just blowing, pause,
I understand what you mean.
yeah, all the rest of the money,
Right.
eventually it won't even be, it's going to become lump sum anyway, because somebody's going to make more money and somebody's not. And then as time go on, they're going to say, well, why I still got to pay all of this? If you got this extra, I should be able to, like a reduction, almost like it's child support. I hate to say it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I use that, or even alimony, because they be set cost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But my point is, if you go in starting and have a plan to be able to continue to be 100, you were 100 from the start because
Yeah.
you had a complete plan.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's the part. I'm saying all that to say, because most people, when they read it on social media and they talk about 50-50, they're talking about the money. But what we're trying to tell you is talk about the complete mind state where we're giving 100% of each other, period. So the only way that works is if we start together and we go, for example, when you go in, each sports team, regardless of how good they are or not, the first week of the season, if it's football, their intentions is to win the Super Bowl. They know they have to do it one game at a time.
Right.
However, their intentions is to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And the teams who stick to their plan,
That's right.
and everybody that gets burned and playing, getting time, playing time and all that, right?
Right.
They're all putting in 100%.
Absolutely.
So this is what we mean. The only reason why we even say 50-50 because a relationship usually is two people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take half of something, it's going to automatically be 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just say a person was had two wives. I'm about to go back. Is everybody going to do their 33 in the third?
I don't know, man. I don't
Nah,
think so.
listen what I'm saying to you,
I'm
though.
listening to you.
Listen what I'm saying to you. All I'm saying is, even if it's only 33% of your responsibility, for
Right.
you to get that full 33%, you got to do 100%.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
You're saying
So
the same thing.
right, I'm not disagreeing with you. So everything
I
and
know.
everybody has to be 100. I'm more elaborating on what you said, because you said they're mixing up the 50 with the 100. But the only reason why I think they say 50 is because it's two people. If four people was involved, if you and another couple, if you and your wife and another couple is going somewhere, and y'all say we gonna pay this whole bill, it's gonna seem they're gonna say it's 50-50 because it's two couples. When in all actuality, you might come to your house and say, "Babe, I got my 50% of our part," and then that becomes 25. And I know that's a lot I'm saying right now, but what I'm saying is everybody got to do their 100%.
So, yes.
Yeah.
And once again, I think whenever you start putting percentages on anything, you start to devalue it.
Right.
Once again, I think
You just got to do your all.
what it is, just like the tattoo says on my arm, don't count the days, make the days count. What it is we what it is, bro, I'm telling you, just from my perspective,
That's what it is.
we become fixated on, like, for instance, general question that you asked, and I get it, you know what I mean? Well, if I'm contributing this and say the bills, like, because the only thing that I've ever seen 50-50 ever come up with is finance.
It's finances, right?
That's it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So when you make statements, or when I make statements, like, I just want to be in a position to eliminate that.
Right.
The one thing that exists where it would even exist for is the one I want to eliminate.
Yeah.
That being said, you know, because I know, generally speaking, that's the things that generally brings that. Me personally, I'm a little bit different. Like, we talk about it all the time. We all different. We look at what we bring emotionally.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna say I don't care about money, because I do. That's a lie. I'd never sit up here and I don't care about money. Who does?
Oh, yeah.
But for me, like, it's a little bit different, because I think maybe I just kind of simplify things.
Right.
Right? I've always been the kind of man, especially in my dynamic, in my relationship, as long as everything is on, I know everybody getting paid.
Right.
You ain't gonna have an issue with me until something ain't right, and I know what I done did. You know,
Right.
you know, it is what it is. So because I'll never experience that. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, that financial element of it is floating right.
Right.
What I haven't sometimes more of a hang up with is because I am emotionally charged, and I would say this as a man because it's a little bit different. When you invest, your money's fast, right? Like, say whatever your responsibility is every month. Say your whatever that number is. You turn around and say, that's all that.
Right.
My expectations in my mind, emotionally, may be saying, so we shouldn't have no issues. Everything should be peaceful.
Right.
We should be, and that's not
See?
reality.
And that's not reality.
So sometimes we kind of get, even though the money is the primary thing, that's the 50-50 conversation,
Right.
like you said at the beginning,
Right.
emotionally, we sometimes only realize that we are only investing half of ourselves even in that.
Right.
Even though when you meet a person,
And that's the most important part.
that's the most important part. Even though when you meet a person, you have a whole concept of who that person is.
Yeah.
Whether they are who you think they are at that point or who you think they could potentially be.
Yeah.
You have a whole concept of them. Mm-hmm. The only time that it becomes a 50-50 thing is when stuff starts to get devalued.
And I'm going to tell you what's funny about that.
What's that?
You just said you have a concept of what a person are. Either they are that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they're not that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That and alone in its own way is a 50-50 chance, right?
Yeah.
However, to move forward, you got to accept 100 of it.
Well, that's what winds up happening anyway.
Right.
Right?
Because
Because you start saying to yourself, you know what I mean, I got to accept them as a whole person.
right.
The good, the bad, even in the vows in terms of getting married or any of that
This is what
stuff.
I'm saying.
So that's why I say, so when a person says that they're operating in a 50-50 situation, I say then you already, you reduce your chances of success by
Right.
half.
Right.
Because you devalued the opportunity to even
Right.
make it 100% even work. It takes 100% of everybody involved in a situation to give it a fighting chance.
Yeah.
So for every little bit that you hold
Every
back
part.
and
Yeah.
that you don't actually invest in that situation is a situation that makes it difficult. But
Right.
before we get too much further, because I think this is a great conversation, before we get too much further into this situation, man, if you're looking for a one-stop shop event planning company that can take care of all of your event planning needs, me and E happen to know one for you. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show.
Front and center events. That's right. Front and center events.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing, man. You know, so 50-50, man. 50-50 is something that works well with raffle tickets.
Right.
That's pretty much about it.
Right.
You know, you got to, you know.
But here's the funny thing about it.
What's that?
They call it 50-50, but everything in life is 50-50 when you really think about it, because here's the thing.
Break that down.
The moment another person buys a ticket, it's no longer a 50% chance I can win. It's now a 33% chance I can win.
Right.
Then the fourth person buys, it's now a 25% chance I can win.
Right.
But they'll tell you 50-50 because in your mind they'll tell you either it's going to work or it's not. That's life. But in order for something to be successful, You should put 100 in.
Well, generally,
That's all we
what
saying.
I've seen that with that is that you get 50% of the pot. So everybody had the same chance to win half the money. Sometimes it's all the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
You're right.
and then
You get 50% of the pot.
yeah. So sometimes it happens.
So
like
that's
that.
where the 50-50 part comes.
Yeah. But you know what though?
It's all right.
I understand.
It's all
I
right,
understand
'cause
what winds up
my
happening.
shit still made sense. I don't care what nobody.
It made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. I mean, you talking about, but you were doing more percentage, like you said, in terms of
You know me in numbers.
it's only you in the pot versus you and other people in the pot. You know what I mean?
Like I was announcing some raffles the other day at an event,
Right.
and you drop them in the bucket and everything, and
Right.
certain people didn't know. They was the only ones putting their ticket in that bucket. Like bitch, like I only want that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they won this. They won soon as they took the shot.
Yeah.
Because you miss 100% of the shit.
That you
Everybody
never
else
take.
missed.
That's right.
But they
That's right.
won. They like, you know what? Everybody gonna go over here
Mhm.
and do this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You ever been to like a holiday party or something where they got the raffle
Oh, yeah.
prize and you put
Plenty
your
of
little thing in? It was
I've
funny.
never been to anything where I put any little thing into anything.
Little ticket in, man. Little ticket. Here we
You
go.
said that. I don't have it. I'm not even gonna do that.
So listen.
That's crazy.
It's,
You never been to nothing where you put your little thing in.
So this
Like,
one thing I had to DJ this one for detectives.
oh,
It was how and they had it, and one of them just had a coffee mug with a bunch of paper in it,
okay.
and the dude only one that's put his ticket in that coffee mug, and then they called him up. He laughed at you. He said, "Y'all call yourselves detectives. Open up the cup." So it was $50 underneath all that.
Wow.
He said I knew it had to be something under
Another
the paper.
50, y'all. 50-50.
You see what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
but he automatically won because everybody else like I'm trying to win the TV.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah,
Because I know we were talking about 100% of everything.
right.
If you had to pick one thing that you feel like it's comfortable, right? Being 50-50 on in a relationship, in a marriage, right? Not a bill. What would it be? Because we know we want to give 100% in most cases for everything. But what would it be?
Of us giving 50-50?
A 50-50 contribution. Yep.
A contribution.
So
It's
so-
not as I know what you're saying. It's
Yep.
not the easiest question to answer because I don't really believe in gender rules,
Okay.
but I believe in strength rules.
Okay.
So what
Yes.
a person may be stronger at,
There we go.
you would want them to do that
There we
more.
go. There we go.
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So like I'm not a cooker.
Okay.
So, majority when the cooking
That's
gets done
cool.
at my house is
That's
my wife.
cool. That's
You know
cool.
what I mean?
Got it.
I ain't saying I ain't never cook at all.
Hey.
But, if you taking a 50-50 chance that I'm going to be the one cooking, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose that bet if you try to bet.
Got you.
I'm just saying.
So I'm gonna take a page out of your book.
But what I'm trying to think, though, what it would actually be.
So while you think, let me take a page out of your book.
Go ahead. Yep.
Take a page out of your book
Go
and
ahead.
say,
Yeah, shh.
hey, oh, thank you.
Yeah, rip the page.
Right out of the note.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, kind of going back to something that you said earlier in terms of because it might be different. As far as a bank account, right?
Yeah.
Say you got a joint account and it's for savings. It's whatever. It's a special vacation account or whatever.
All right.
We don't make the same money. Say you don't make the same money, you and your significant other, but whatever you can contribute, you guys look at it and say, look, we're not touching this. It's a collective decision on when we get ready to utilize his funds,
Yeah.
but we gonna put in there what we can. If you could put 50% of this in there, whatever that is, all right, cool. To me, I think stuff like that are good if you're transparent enough and have enough conversation with these people, with your significant other. I think that it teaches you how to be, comfortable with each other with finances.
Right.
And I think that because finances is such a major part of relationships,
They make and break them.
they make and break them. Because of that, I believe that if you can develop, and now some people may feel differently, like, oh no, that's what's going to cause the problem. If you feel like that, then have 100% of the conversation.
Right.
Even if you can't do the account, have 100% of the conversation, even if you can't do a 50-50 account. I say that only because I think that when it comes to relationships, the more areas that are taboo, that are difficult for you to talk about, are going to be
Right.
those same things are going to be difficult for you to live beyond.
Yep.
And so that's why I say, so That's mine. I just took a page out of your book. I would say an account. It ain't got to be crazy. Whatever you're going to contribute, you're going to
No,
contribute.
you said besides finances. I would have said the same thing you said, bro.
No, I'm saying this. No, that's besides bills, like bills and stuff like that.
Oh, but I
anything.
thought you meant finances, period. Yeah, no. Listen, 9 times out of 10, in my house financially, the bulk is going to always come from me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I ran into my shout out to my brother today, man. I ran into Day the other day, and we was talking, and we was like, what the issue is with this whole 50-50 talk, it's women out here who has their own crib, and the guy has his own crib, and they want them to pay 50-50 at their crib, even if he still has his own.
Where do we draw the line?
That's just, no, I already, the line is drawn. It was several lines drawn. It was blow. It had to be. For a person to even believe that powder hit them. Poof.
Several lines drawn.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And it definitely was.
Definitely
we heard
was
you.
blow.
We heard you.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
For a person,
I think that's a bit much.
yeah, that's what we were saying,
much.
right? But if we were in the house,
Right.
again, I'ma always feel like the man is going to take the financial bulk anyway in the house. That's not the issue. It's when women talk to 50-50. Well, people, I'm not gonna say women. When people talk to 50-50, knowing it's really not going to be that.
Right.
So you don't focus on that. You supposed, as a man, you supposed to make it easier for your lady anyway.
Talk
right?
that
shit,
talk.
we already
now
know
we
that.
talking about it.
Yeah, we already know that.
We done said what Jamal said.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Queen not a string.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
go ahead. However, that's right. That's why I say but.
However,
That's right.
where I'm going with this whole
I
situation.
said that the microphone start going crazy.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It was the blow talk. It was the lines. They said, where they at? 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 Where they at?
So I'm gonna say.
Nah, but let me say what I was saying.
All right, go ahead.
So it's cool. If we're gonna go with the talk of the finances.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I expect that person to contribute what they can contribute, and you contribute what you can contribute. Because first of all, we're going to talk about 50-50, but I'm going to get into something. You know, I got to get the finance tip of the day anyway, later on. But you were going to say something. I don't want to.
No, what I was going to say is that I think, because I got this thing, just recently did another video, and it was about the concept of appreciation. And I think what it is expectations and appreciation kind of run neck and neck, right?
Right.
So my whole thing has always been, if life is about making it comfortable for everyone,
right,
you're eliminating the concept of a percentage.
Exactly.
And you're just thinking about 100%, how do I make the life around me and those who I, have a hand in making their life better, how do I make that as best as I could possibly contribute to that situation? I think when you do that, what winds up happening, like you said earlier, you start to realize what the strengths are. It's not gender responsibilities. It's
Strength.
yo, you good at this. You good at this. I'm good at this. This, that, and the third. Let's support our strengths. Like Wallow said before, like Wallow 267 said,
Right.
You know what I mean? You recognize your strengths and you hire your weaknesses.
Right.
Now, we're not hiring our significant others, but we are, in essence, saying that, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right? We can
And
either
when
argue about this.
And when he says significant others, it's like we're not saying men are hiring women. I'm going to make this clear because if you're looking at it like we're hiring, then the women hire us from some things and we hire them.
I
We
don't
just
even
talking about
go
strengths.
through the explanation.
Nah, I'm just going to
That's fine. That's cool.
Like,
you know what I mean? I agree. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm at a place where if you're uncomfortable with that, then that's just maybe your dynamic. My situation is simple. Once again, the more that we eliminate taboo conversations and we identify with the things that we're stronger in, the quicker we can get to that closer 100% situation, right? So when you look at it from the perspective of, like you said, bruh, whatever the strength is in your particular household, we identify it. And it's identified anyway because when it comes time for that situation to be done, that's the person who's generally doing it. Other than that, you find yourself arguing about things unnecessarily. Listen, it's not that I'm not trying. I'm not better than you or as good as you in this.
Right.
And there's things that I'm great in or I do great that you may not be as fluent in.
Yeah.
So let's not wear each other down. Let's not talk each other down about a lack of contribution in terms of a percentage.
Right.
Let's enhance those things that we're actually great in. And let's make those things so much bigger than that we don't even have to worry about the other things.
And the thing is, in every situation, every relationship is not going to be the same. This is why we
Right.
keep focusing more on
Right.
marriage than anything.
Right.
But as a person, sometimes you can learn your strong suits, anything, any way of just as a person of who you are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago what my strong suit is. I'm an earner, man. I know how to make money. I've always did. Like it's just what it is, right? And I'm not saying that that's the only reason why people deal with me, right? But it is a part of security. Mm-hmm. When I say as a man, when you're being security, you want your lady to
It's
know
a strength.
that, yeah, it's a strength.
It's a strength.
I
That's what
I
we
know
talking
that,
about.
right.
Yep, that's
I
what
know
we
that's
talking
who
about.
I
That's
am,
right.
right?
That's right.
So the thing is, what bothers me, and this is a personal statement that I make, one of the worst and best things I could do was go to school for finance.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you completely learn, like, or get better in learning and understand the mechanics of the way something works,
That's right.
and you're not applying it as 100% because you're a 100% type person,
That's right.
it drives you crazy sometimes in your
Right.
head.
I get it.
And I know I deal with that.
Mhm.
I'm just speaking out like because I know how it
Yeah.
works. But it's like if I get to do this part the way I want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so doable that from the rest of time,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be easier.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like I say, bro, this is my particular statement is that you generally don't appreciate what you don't generate.
Right.
Right. This is why when you talk to a child and they look up and but why? You know, why can't we have that? You got a job, you got money. You know, that concept of you don't generate any of it. You just see me have money. You don't know that I have to work while you're sleeping, chilling, kick back, doing whatever you're doing.
Right.
Right? And not only do you not appreciate what you don't generate, but you don't learn from what you don't earn.
Right.
Right? So when it's given to you and your expectations are consistently just giving, give, even for the person that's doing the giving, when you devalue yourself, all you do is become one-dimensional, right? Like you'll turn around and you'll see a situation that looks peculiar and be like, why would that woman be, or vice versa, that man be with that person? On the outside, like they don't appreciate them. And then you realize that person, like you said, they can pay like they weigh.
Right.
And there's certain aspects that people look at and they say, well, as long as a person can do this, I'll accept these other things.
Yeah.
But that's because of the fact that once again, when you looking at it from the perspective, well, he do 100% of the bills, or she do 100% of this, or vice versa, it becomes a situation where it's like, wow, well, I guess I can just deal with this. No, you can't. It's really an issue for you.
Right.
It's really a problem. But because of the fact that once again, I think that we, like you said earlier, we expect certain things from certain genders, certain situations and dynamics. We expect it.
Right.
Your dreams are 100%. What you want out of your life is 100%. Your efforts have to match that.
Right.
If your efforts are half of that, this is why you're only getting halfway to your dreams.
Absolutely.
This is why you guys, you look up in certain dynamics and you say, well, why are we always beefing on the off week or pay week? Because pay week, everything is great, right? Oh, everybody got some money. It's cool. It's not cool. It's not cool because you're bigger than you better than that, but you're reducing yourself.
Yeah.
So that's that concept dealing with 50, man. And since we're talking about 50, 50 Cent apparently bought some land in, what is it, Shreveport, Louisiana?
Yeah. Well, that's where he built his studio at.
That's where he's building. And what's the name of that studio? Oh, my God.
G-Unit Films.
G-Unit Films.
Yeah.
It's awesome. 50 is betting on himself.
Yeah.
Betting on himself, putting 100% on himself.
Mm-hmm.
I admire the brother for doing that. You know what I mean? That's kind of been his MO for quite some time
Yeah,
now.
he doing the same thing Tyler Perry doing.
That's absolutely. Mm-hmm. So there was a brother, Hurricane Chris, that was upset about the fact. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Right.
Hey, baby.
Was upset about the.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
We got to admit, though, y'all, he did well. He did good for a long time. He did good for a long time.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Got birds and stuff chirping. I used to like that song. I still do. It's all right. But he was upset, right? Because of the fact he made a statement. I'm not going to act like I'm going to repeat everything that brother said, but he was upset because he felt as though 50 didn't, book any of the talent that was there, and then he gave the police $500,000 and all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly thereafter, you start seeing videos from other brothers that was actually there. Master P was there. I didn't see a video for him, but him and a few other people that was there, it was like, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, bro, because I was booked.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 50% of the information could be a problem.
Always a problem.
I think that we live in a 100% expectation world, but we're moving off of 50% of the information.
Absolutely.
And that's unfortunate, right? Because not just as a culture, but if we increase our information and our desire to learn
Right.
and know more,
Right.
wouldn't that in turn give us greater outcomes in terms of like other aspects of life?
This is why I've pissed so many people off when I'm around them and I'm talking about finances all the time.
Right.
Because I understand that a lot of conversations come from resources, and that is one of the primary resources. And I learn a lot about the mechanics of it.
Right.
And when I'm trying to share it with people, they like, as soon as they hear something about don't spend money on this, and that's something they wanted, they don't want to hear me no more. Because
Unplugged. You turned off.
Yeah, because a lot of people, and I'm trying to find that way to develop the message. Having a conversation with you the other day, you told me, just do it. It's like Nike, just do it. Because then, who's going to listen to me if I haven't did it for myself? I had to start realizing and thinking it. So I got to be the jump starter.
Because we come from the show
You
me
know what I mean?
state.
They want you to be lit, right? You know what I mean? I got to be the match, and I got to get that spark going. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
People listen to DK now about losing weight. When he was telling them before, they didn't want to hear it, even though he was already losing weight. They didn't want to hear him. But now that my boy is all the way down to where he is, it's like, oh, how you do that?
Like Charleston White told Cam.
Yeah, he been told him blow. Nah, he didn't tell him that, though. He didn't tell him that. He told him he don't eat carbs.
You didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see DK didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. He might.
We ain't gonna do that.
Nah,
Why would you do that like right there? You was on such a great roll.
I'm always on a great roll.
I don't know.
But like Charleston White said, I had to dumb it down.
Yeah. Now you're right, E. I mean, like he said, you know what I mean? They came at him because of his delivery.
Right.
And everything that he said that he was doing before that, he couldn't get nobody to pay him any attention. He had to become like he is now and talk the way that he talks now to get people's attention.
Right.
It's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But once again, sometimes, and I'm a major proponent in this situation, you got to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
But you don't have to stay there.
Nope.
You got to meet people where they at.
Always.
But you don't have to stay there.
You don't have to.
You know what I mean? So when you feel like sometimes you're saying certain things and it's falling on deaf ears,
Right.
you got to understand that sometimes, after you say what you say, back up a little bit and see whether or not what you're saying means anything to them or if you're just talking. Because there's only so many things that you can say. You know what I mean? There's so many things that you can show a person. Like you said, DK said what he said, and then it became believable once he showed him. And you're just trying to figure out, if I said the same thing that I was saying then, I'm saying now, it took for you to see that it actually worked on me.
Results.
And people respect them. They ain't never got to like the person, but they always respect results. And it is what it is on that situation. So when you start thinking about it from the perspective of, okay, if we live in a world where it's coming from the show me state, but most people are only willing to put in 50% of who they are. For me to get their attention, I got to do 100% of me so that they can see what that other 50% of them applying themselves actually looks like.
Right.
And it's one of those things, once again, like I said a few minutes ago, you don't earn from what you don't learn from what you don't earn.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't appreciate what you don't generate.
Right.
Well, like you just said, bro, results. When you generate results, people start to value the things that you're saying.
Right.
They start looking up and say, like E turned around. He told me about these finances, this financial tip. I talked to E the next time. That thing that E talked to me about, he had that thing off the ground. At some point or another, you start saying to yourself, it can't be the information. So it got to be the effort, right?
Right.
Remember we talked about this before, and we said it before. I said, bruh, people suffer from two things,
Right.
right? Ignorance and discipline. That applies even in relationships.
Yeah.
Ignorance and discipline. Ignorance from the form of not knowing,
Yeah.
right? Not knowing, not being privy to or understanding or having the information. That only can last for so long. Because once you get the information, once you start to understand it, you're no longer ignorant to it. Now it's a situation of discipline. Now, if you're not disciplined to do the things that you need to do to make change, you won't have it.
Right.
But see, here's the other thing about change. Change is inevitable, right? And if you don't apply yourself, it doesn't mean that things won't change. They're still going to change. It may just change for the worse
Right.
instead of for the better. So that's the whole concept in that situation. Ain't no 50-50 in nothing in life. You should be out here doing 100% of everything that you possibly can do.
But
That's what you should be doing.
speaking of that, it's a 50-50 chance that we will have a female president for the first time. Let's clap it up for that.
Okay, I like it.
You know.
I like it. I like it.
But the scary part is nine times out of 10 it won't work.
Right. Well, what won't work? Talk about it.
Woman president will.
You saying, and I ain't trying to get you because trust me, I don't want to line the world up against you.
Let's line them up.
Are you saying that if she was to win, that it's a 9 out of 10% chance it won't work?
No. What I'm saying is
Okay.
she has a 50-50 chance of winning.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, she won't, because how many times have we had a woman president?
Okay.
None.
Okay, so you're not talking about
No.
her being able to be successful.
'cause-
You're
'cause
saying
I'm
her
voting
actually
for her.
getting in. Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm voting for
Okay.
her.
Okay. Well, no, granted. I mean,
I
believe
know.
it.
That's a great question because you didn't know what I was saying.
Right, and I didn't want to jump to
Yeah,
conclusions.
You didn't know.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Got you.
What I'm saying is,
There's a 50% chance right now that she could win.
what is this,
but it's
the
a 9 out of
third
10.
time a woman was running?
I gotta check. Like
I
I don't
think
know off the top,
I
and I
think
don't
it
want
was-
to. And I
I
don't want
think
to
it's
say
her.
yeah.
Hillary
And
Shirley Chisholm, right?
I can't confirm.
I mean,
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that. But go ahead, talk to her. Why?
Yeah, no, I agree with it. I mean, like I said, once again, I think that there is a chance of that. And just speaking on that briefly, my thing is always understanding. Once again, when it comes to politics, you got to understand that everybody, has a different agenda and everybody has a different concept of what it looks like. You once again have to know how to kind of govern your own household. Before you start worried about what the world is going to do and all that kind of stuff, if you don't have no kind of, understanding and any kind of objective in life in your household, then I think that you just kind of getting in the fray of it with everybody else. You know what I mean? Or we cheering for this person because of whatever particular reason, or we're cheering against that person for whatever particular reason. I think it comes down to, once again, you got to take care of home base first.
Right.
If you don't know if you don't know how to do that, then it don't even matter.
It don't matter at all.
You know what I mean? Or who's going to be the president? I'm not saying it you shouldn't care, but what I'm saying is if there's no kind of order or understanding, and there's no way of things going the right way inside of your home, internal got to be right before external.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with that being said, everybody go out there and vote. You know what I mean? But know what you voting and who you voting for and why you voting for that person. That's my main thing. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, bruh, I don't know if it was the third one or not, but whatever it may be.
Nah, that's way more. It's
Okay. So
yeah,
what
it
I'm gonna
was
say is this.
back in the day was something.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna say is this, man. Even with that, with the politic thing and all that kind of stuff. Once again, know your laws, know your local government,
Absolutely.
know the people that's gonna make an immediate impact that can change some things, council people, all that kind of stuff. It makes a lot of sense. Once again, don't have 50% of the information. Don't make 50% of the decision based on whatever emotional situation. I'm going with her because she's black. I'm going with her because she's a lady. I'm going with whatever the case may be. Get 100% of the information that's going to help you make a collective decision or an informed decision based on what you know and not just what you're being told.
Right.
That's the main thing with me with that situation.
Right.
So I don't know how many have been
It's been a lot.
okay,
All the way up.
but that's my main thing on that situation. So we'll see where that goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's just only like a couple who actually. Oh, this don't even. It's over. Right? It's only a couple who actually made it to the primary, I think.
I thought you said this whole right.
I said this. I ain't say that about no hoes. I said this whole. I'm looking what up.
Wow,
You
man.
got questions for me?
Yeah, man. We're gonna get into some would you rather's.
Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, where P's gonna ask me a series of questions, and either I got an answer or I don't. And this camera is definitely a lot different than what it usually looks like. So let's get to it. You'll see when it comes to it. They got good
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I told you. Something different. That
I
shit
look
hot.
up like this. You
That
know
shit
what I'm
hot in the mama.
saying? Yeah. Wow.
I come. Nah, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. I don't know. You got that motherfucker. That's Wilt Chamberlain over there.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah.
Would you rather be?
Nah, let's just put it back like this, man. Let's just go regular, man. I'm listening, man.
All right, would you rather be one of the world's leading experts in a single field, or be the most well-rounded, versatile person in the world?
That one?
The second one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, I mean, at this point, I believe that, I'd rather be well-rounded. I mean, it's cool to be an expert in something, but
Yeah,
I think
I'm well
that if,
rounded now in the belly area. I'm getting ready to get rid of it. Let's go ahead and clap it up for that.
I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know, man. E has a thing, man. He's a what do they call it? He's one of those guys that you should be well aware of what you look like and all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely one of those guys who think the shirt look like kind of crazy right here, yo. Like, don't matter what I think, brother. It matters what you think. You know, if you think you need to get with it, get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You crazy, bro.
Would you rather be the richest person in the world or the smartest person in the world?
Smartest. Because smart is gonna get you. I don't have to be the richest. I just want to be, make wise choices with everything I do.
Right.
Because money ain't gonna buy you, happiness. But making
Right.
smart decisions should lead you to happiness.
And wealth.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
and-
That's what I said.
well,
I don't have
yeah.
to be the richest
Yeah.
person in the world, so I'm gonna make
Yeah.
the money
'Cause
anyway.
you don't want to be, and it's not saying that the rich person got to be slow or
Nah.
not
But
unintelligent.
I just don't want to.
But
be
I'd rather
known.
be the smartest.
Yeah, I just don't.
No
wanna
question.
Well, that's why King Solomon was he was actually the richest and the wisest in the Bible, if I'm not mistaken.
That's the both worlds type style.
Yeah, because the smartest is always usually the richest one because he know what he do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat a piece of food that was really healthy for you but tasted horrible, or eat something that tasted great but was really bad for you?
The horrible healthy.
Yeah.
In this point of my life,
Absolutely.
horrible healthy.
Because we've done the other thing.
Yeah.
We've done the other thing, eating stuff that tastes
Shit be
great
good
that
in
ain't good for
motherfuckers.
you. Yeah.
Can't stop. Next thing you know, it's 11:30. You done shit it 3 times already.
Doctor's appointment. Yep. Would you rather get to witness something once in your lifetime that few others will ever get to ever see, or get to witness something once in your lifetime that many others have seen? So would you rather
wait,
be able to
ask me that
So would
shit
you
again.
rather be able to witness something, right?
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime that only a few others will ever see? Or would you rather be able to witness something once in your lifetime that many others have seen already?
The first one.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to be able to see something that not too many people seen. You want to be able to kind of be one of the few.
What would you want to see that not too many people have already seen?
I got to focus on my side of it because I don't know how many people they see something or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Um.
What already exists in the world that's a hoax that people say, but a few people say.
Oh, you want to do that?
They're like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you want a Bigfoot?
Yeah,
You want a
it
Bigfoot?
That's what I want to see Bigfoot.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Bigfoot. Here's the thing, though.
He got to be a distance away. And I can say,
That-
there he is.
yeah.
Like how they got the little picture of
Yeah,
him.
but then once again, everybody is. That's all the pictures is from a distance away. What if they say, all right, look, we got a Bigfoot, you can see him, but you got to go in there with him. You say, well, where is he at? And they say, well, he's in Calwood Park, right? He's in Calwood Park. He's over there where the animals used to be. We used to feed
the little petting zoo they used to have.
The little petting zoo. We used to give him bread and
They
stuff.
used to have monkeys back in the
Now
day,
he's
too.
over there. I can't tell you if he's behind the gate or on the same side of the gate as you.
He behind the gate. He behind the gate.
You put him back. You put him back there.
I'm going to put him behind the gate because people's houses is right there.
Okay. Well, what if you turn around and you go there and he go like, yo, you see him yet? And it's him. he right there. He right there. Somebody, did you see him yet? He go to sky.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And he passed me the sky. Yeah, like, yeah, I see right there. Nigga's good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right. Would you rather go through life unable to forget anything? Ever? Hold on. Would you rather go through life unable to forget anything ever, or go through life unable to remember anything?
Oh, no, I can't forget nothing. Because you got to be able to remember.
Yeah.
Remembering helps you remember one of the most important, why you care about somebody. Why you love a person.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And I can't imagine life,
You know.
forgetting everything. That's crazy.
Remembering, because here's a dangerous thing about not being able to remember anything.
Right.
People with that type of mind state usually only see negatively anyway.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So 9 times out of 10, bro, it's something every day that upsets us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Or takes us off our theme. But the thing that only makes us lock into it is the people it comes from.
That's right. I agree.
Because I tell people all the time, somebody cut you off the road, man, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Literally, you be like, that's crazy as hell. You know what I mean? Yeah. A minor ding. You start dancing, right? Like it's like you lost your shit. Like you go right into the song.
He was lined up. He was ready.
Mustard on a beat. Yo. Like you be right, like that. Cut me off again. Cut me off again. Mustard on a beat, yo. Mustard on a beat, yo. Now you dancing and shit. Like seriously.
I believe you.
But your kids do something. I can't believe it. They be like, you be like, mustard on the beat, yo.
I mean,
turn this shit down, man. I don't even
thorough
want
explanation.
I'm serious, bro.
I agree. I agree with you though.
Yeah.
I don't want to forget nothing.
I don't want to forget nothing.
Yeah. Because I agree with what you said earlier,
right.
too.
You got to remember
the
why
attachment,
you love it.
that's right. Yeah, no, I agree.
Man,
I love you. You got some great examples.
When I sent you that video the other day, and I said to you, this is funny, I said, you see, man, everybody need love.
Right.
I said everybody need love.
Right.
But who the fuck got a monkey and a rabbit just walking around their house? You know what I mean? But bruh, nah, seriously, the monkey was carrying the rabbit. He laid down, he petted it, he was just cuddling with the rabbit.
Yeah.
Rabbit was just all cuddled up.
You ain't look at the comments.
Yeah. Now what the comments say?
It was not, they weren't happy about it. A bunch of them. You got the comments. Look at the comments.
What they were saying?
They weren't happy about it. You got to go back and look at them.
Some miserable people, man.
They looked at it different. They looked at it from a different perspective. You know what I mean? Would you rather have a job that pays $70 an hour but lets you work from home, or a job that pays you $100 an hour but requires you to be physically present?
Wait, how they look at it?
How they look at what?
Nah, I know we gonna go back to your question.
Okay. How they look at some of the video with the monkey and the rabbit? You want me to tell you some of the comments?
Did they go to the racial shit?
No.
They ain't go with the bunny.
All right, so I'll tell you one. I know y'all, this is great. One of them was like, listen, you're not letting him live in his natural habitat. You know what I mean? You got clothes on him. That's kind of different. Like, he would be much happier in a petting zoo or somewhere else or in a different dynamic. And there was another person that was like, no, I know this particular monkey. It was being abused.
Yeah.
And this person, this person, the owner, I know that sounds crazy, but
the person who owns it,
the person that owns it, like, was looking after it.
Yeah.
And then it just was more.
That's the owner. That's crazy.
Right. You know? Well, I mean, he ain't paying rent or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you said the owner. I said the person that owns it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Yeah,
only.
but, well, do you
That's-
wanted to know whether they were saying something about the monkey? See, that's you.
I ain't know if they were saying something about the monkey and the bunny.
That's what you into.
Yep. But it
What you
wasn't a
at?
snow.
I ain't gonna-
It wasn't a snow.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't a snow
Oh, you
bunny.
there? See, I ain't mad at it. 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. We come back together, man.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a job that pays $70 an hour but lets you work from home, or a job that pays $100 an hour but requires you to be physically present?
For how many hours?
Let's add the seasoning to the pot. You know how we got to do. It's the same amount of hours. 8 hours.
So if it's 8, depending what I got to go in for. If I'm okay with where I got to go in, because you didn't say I go with the 100.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
it's 8 hours. What the 100? So that's 800 a day.
Right.
If
So-
I work 8 from the crib, see, I don't like that. That's
Right.
only 560.
Right. Do that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the other part of it. Do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like you
I'll
said.
go.
Because, imagine, okay, because we've been talking about 50-50. Say you sitting there, you talking to your significant other. And they say to you, got a shot at the job.
Yeah.
70 at the crib, an hour. It's both of them 8 hours. Or $100 going on in. What you think they're going to say? Go on in.
Go on in. Get up, go on in.
Go, I get up, go on in. You don't go. But you know what I mean? Get up and go on.
Get up. I'm going to get up, go on in.
That's what I'm saying. Was it 200?
don't go.
What you say? Was it about a $240 difference?
Yeah. Well, 8 times 70 is 560.
Right.
And 8 times 100 is 800.
$240 difference.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
A day.
A day.
Yep.
A day.
You know how much blow you leaving on the table? If
Nope.
You don't?
Nope. Because I don't know the difference between $70 or $100 an hour. Okay. All right. Ready? One more?
Well, boy.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have a peaceful existence where you never had to worry about the troubles of life, or live a more normal life full of risk and challenge? I'll read it again
I know.
just for the people. Because would you rather
I don't know my answer, but I know what you're saying.
have a peaceful existence where you never have to worry about the troubles of life, or live a more normal life full of risk and challenge?
Peaceful.
Okay. I think these answers that we have now are because we're more seasoned now. That's just my perspective. I think when you ask them, on the surface they appear to be no-brainers, but I do think that the timing and where you are in life plays a major factor in your answer.
The reason why I had said peaceful, though, you're absolutely correct about what you just said, is because if I don't have to worry about the troubles of life,
Right.
then I ain't got to worry about, it's going to sound crazy, finances.
Exactly.
Because I ain't got, that often be the trouble in life.
Exactly.
I ain't got to worry about, I'm gonna make it sound better, a lack of resources. So
Okay.
that's a bunch of things.
Okay.
I know what I'm going to eat.
Yep.
I know all my bills paid.
Yep.
It's peaceful.
Yep.
If you worry about anything else in life as a man, other than being able to secure your home, right?
Okay.
And your health and your home. If you're worried about anything else other than that as a
Right.
man,
Right.
something wrong with you.
And I agree with you. Now I'm gonna say this right,
Right.
within the question.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is this. The only thing that's in quote unquote in quotes is normal.
Yeah.
Normal is a
That's
an
crazy.
amazing word,
Yeah,
right?
because
It's really
everybody's normal's not the same.
so this is the trick word,
Right here.
right? So on the second half of the question, because we remember what it was in terms of being peaceful, it says, or live a more normal life full of risk and challenge. So I want to say this about it.
That's deep.
Right, because when you think, you know what I mean? When you sit there and you think to yourself, you say, okay, so normacy, even within the question, is more gravitated towards risk and challenge. Where in the question, peaceful existence was more associated with no worries or troubles. On the surface, anybody would say, well, why would I ever pick the thing dealing with
Worries and trouble.
risk and challenge?
Yeah.
The funny part about it is when you look at those two words, risk and challenge,
Worries and trouble.
you look at worries and trouble. When you think about risk and challenge, well, every day that you do anything,
It's a risk.
it's a risk and a challenge. So it's not that far off, even though it seems as if, and that's why I said depending on where you are in your life.
That's why when I first heard it, let me just tell you,
Go ahead.
I said, it's not easy.
It's not.
Yeah, that's
It's
why I
not.
said that.
That's why I said the way
But
they dress the question, it can be a little tricky.
But when I said peace and no worries,
Yep.
it's like, when I really sit and think about my life,
Yeah.
that's all I really want.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not to have to worry about anything and have
Yes, sir.
peace. Because it didn't say, and the only way you could do that, you got to be a fiend. Like, it didn't say nothing like that. Because there's a lot of people out there, bro, when you see them,
You're right.
they don't have worries.
Right. Right. I just think that anything like this whole conversation as we get ready to come out of this particular part of the segment of the show is it all came down to 50-50.
50-50, 100-100.
That's it.
That's it.
Take us out of that.
That was another episode of Would You Rather. Let's clap it up for that. So listen, y'all, this was episode 180. We called this one 50-50. I bet we went a little different than what y'all thought we was going to do. But like I say all the time, you can catch us on all your favorite podcast and streaming site for the audio. That is iHeartRadio. You can hear us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Red Circle, or anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. Pete, tell them where they can see us.
And you can see us each and every week on Monday. Unless something changes and we give advance notice right around 8:30 on my brother's page. You can watch the replay the following day, 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel. Once again, if you have not subscribed already, please do us a favor. Just click that subscribe button. It don't cost you a dime. It's just a matter of time. Please just hit that button, hit the like button, share it. Once again, if you don't catch it on the day that it's live on Monday, you can catch the replay, 7 p.m. the following day on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. That's D-A Porch Podcast. Thank you, family, for tuning in once again. This has been episode number 180, 50-50. We appreciate you being here. We look forward to seeing y'all next week. Y'all be blessed. Peace, family.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.